everybody. Welcome to the Ronline Report. We have a wrap-up of the Romania Musclefest with the man who was there, bringing us all the action from Bucharest, Romania, all the way from Oslo, Norway. AJ, how are you, sir?
Fine. I'm doing good. I'm tired. I went there on Thursday. I slept for 10 hours for 4 days.
Wow. So that's what, 2.5? I'm pretty bad at math, but that's 2.5 hours a night. That's terrible.
That's terrible. It is what it is.
You got so much content. You were a one-man band. It was you and your camera guy. What's his name?
Jörg from JBL Filmworks.
Jörg?
Jürgen. Okay. But JBL Filmworks is what he uses on Instagram.
Jürgen, like the German name, Jürgen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, first of all, congratulations. You did an amazing job for one guy. You got, I don't know how many interviews, like 20 or 30, something ridiculous.
We're up to 30 now.
30. And not only, forget the numbers. You got Cedric McMillan. You know, I have tried and failed. Giles has tried and failed. Steve Bleckman has tried and failed at shows over the past couple of years. We have not been able to get that man to do an interview. How'd you do it? First of all, that's amazing.
I flirted.
Okay.
It worked, and now we got him. That's the way you got to do it.
Okay.
I want to clear up a couple of rumors. There's about that interview. I haven't had time to respond yet because I'm just getting things sounding being normal again.
Yeah.
He didn't when he said I would not have done the interview if it wasn't for SciTech.
Right.
I think it was meant as a joke.
Yeah, because SciTech doesn't advertise, and we have no relation. We'd love to have them as an advertiser, but they don't have any real relationship with us. So they were not.
SciTech down there at his booth, they didn't force him to do it. And I sat with him for 10 minutes before the interview, and I sat with him for 20 minutes after the interview.
Yeah. And
if you go to Global Muscle Instagram, you can see in his posting routines. That was after we did the interview.
Yeah.
He gave me special most muscular shots, and did you see that when he pointed at me and gave me the shot? You saw it.
Yeah. Did you tell him to do? Did you tell him to pose with no music? What was that all about?
So I asked him what routine will we see, and he said I'll take it on the spot, on the fly. What do you say?
Okay.
And during the routine, all of a sudden, he just said, I want people to clap for me. To be honest, I didn't feel it.
I mean, why couldn't he have some music?
I have to have some music. But the crowd went crazy.
Yeah.
So obviously it worked.
I mean, he does what he wants to do, as we know. He did that routine. Was it the Olympia when he had the blindfold? Not the Olympia. It was the Arnold earlier this year. He had the blindfold on. And we're all sitting there like, this guy is whacked. But you know what? He's one of a kind. He does things the Cedric way. So
that's true.
Much respect to him because he's not a cookie cutter. So, you know, everybody else did their wrap-up video from here, their little safe little homes in the U.S. They weren't at the show. You were actually there on the scene. So I would like to get your impressions on some of the. First of all, let's start with the Open. It was basically down to Cedric and Juan were the two top guys. Did you have Cedric clearly winning?
It was pretty clear.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So Juan was never really pushing him that hard for the win, as far as you saw. Juan Morel.
It wasn't no blowout by any means. But if you were in the arena, you know, the whole audience, everybody was looking at Cedric. You know, the hype around it. Cedric's got such beautiful lines. It just stands out right away. It's the frame, and you just wow when he comes out. So, and there were no 1 and 2 call-outs. They were all done in groups. So we didn't see a fight with Morel and Cedric mano a mano. They didn't give one. Maybe it would be closer if they were giving us. So, but no, it was a clear win. But Juan looked really good though.
I've seen people arguing about where they would have had Regan, Max, and Juan. I've seen people stack them every which way. Did you have them scored the way that they were scored, where it was Cedric, Juan, Regan, and Max for the top 4?
So you saw the? Did you see the? You saw the video, didn't you? You saw it.
I saw the video. The video, it's hard for me to. I don't have a 4K monitor on my computer, but I did look at the high res shots. I would have had it exactly that way. A lot of people said they thought Max should have beat Regan. I don't think so. I like Regan's. He's more complete, top to bottom, front to back. He's a kid. I mean, he's a young guy, but I thought he beat Max fair and square.
So you had Cedric, Juan, Regan, and Max?
Yeah, I had the way the judges called it. I didn't have any issues with the judging. But I wasn't there. You were there.
Max is a lot more. He has some really freaky body parts, huh?
Yeah.
His delts and his chest and striations in them. His arms are like, he's got those freaky body parts that Regan doesn't have, like right. Max. But I gotta say, man, Regan looks really good. Maybe could have, but there's no. Some people also had Regan in second, I heard.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would have gone that far.
I don't, but I've heard it. But it was okay. They could have switched places. They could, but it was okay. It wasn't really.
So we had James Hollingshead in fifth. He looked the best I've seen him in a long time because he's been showing up really flat a lot of these shows. He's been doing something last minute that flattens him out, and he must have figured out I shouldn't do that anymore.
So I was about James Hollingshead, Ron. I was excited to see him in the arena because we didn't know he was going to do it.
Right.
So I asked what's going on. He said he's been working with a keto now. He did a 30-day diet. And he said, why not just test in the show? Then he did the show during pre-judging. It was okay, but he was looking to be like around, he was fighting for 5th to 8th.
Yeah.
During the fight, after pre-judging, he did an interview with Muscle Development. It's going to be out later. We have the James Hollingshead interview. Man, nice. And he said, I'm going to drop some water. I'm going to do some magic. Because he was looking at around 8th place after pre-judging.
Wow.
Then he came out much improved. So whatever him and Aceto did worked.
Yeah.
And during the finals, when the top 6 were supposed to come out, James wasn't even in the arena, in the building. So he ran in, did the karate flip, and they got in 5th place.
Yeah, I mean, the show stopped for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes while they were trying to get this guy on stage.
Yeah. But I got to say, I did not have Lucas in 6th. Who did you have?
Definitely, I would have put this Boyan Ivanov from Bulgaria. I mean,
wow.
I might have even put him ahead of James, to be honest with you.
Wow.
He's going to be very good, this guy.
He's a fantastic bodybuilder. On stage, you know, sometimes just people just look a little bit fresher. You know what I mean? They just look, you can just see them. Like, he's got such he stands out on a stage, you know?
Yeah.
And he just, people were.
Were you the one posting pictures? You had a few comparison shots? Like, he really is going to be, that's the first time I've ever seen the guy. I've ever heard of the guy, but he's got great size, shape. Oh. He's not missing any body parts. Condition was pretty good too. He could have easily been 5th place, I think.
He could. James looked really good in the finals. So, but he's definitely over Lucas. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, Lucas.
I think his posing is a little bit. Do you like it? Do you find it distracting? What's your opinion?
I mean, I've seen him do pretty much the same routine now so many times. He puts the leg up and he turns around. He does the glute roll. He probably needs to come up with a different routine because that was his 8th show this year. And I think I saw him at 4 or 5 of those shows. And it's the same routine. And he's getting his condition was like starting to fade as the shows went on. He just looks like he needs a break. He needs to come back with, you know, fresher body and a new posing routine.
16 shows in 2 years, huh?
It's a lot. It's a lot of shows. You know, he needs to rest. His body's starting to look tired. 212. We all called it. Angel Calderon from Spain, who I was really surprised because I never noticed this guy until the Olympia. Giles and I were both like, "Oh wow, who's that?" And I think he was like 10th or something at the Olympia. Yeah, he didn't do that well at the Olympia, but man, he's got a lot of potential. Just thick, not the prettiest physique, but packed full of size and shredded, dense detail, muscle maturity. Because he beat Sammy, and Sammy's won 1 million shows, But Sammy, I'm not feeling Sammy lately. I've seen Sammy fuller, tighter. I don't know. I don't know if he needs a break or what's going on. But how did you see that between those two? Because Sammy was definitely a favorite going in.
So we had those two didn't. The judges had them against Sammy and Calderon. What's strange is that there's no one-on-one comparisons. I don't understand why. You know what I mean? There's not. They didn't call out Calderon and Sammy like mano or mano, and that's something I feel is really lacking. Like if there's two people, that's obvious fight for the win. Shouldn't we see some more comparisons, mano versus mano?
Yeah, I mean, give them a chance. It gives them it's good for the crowd too. I mean, maybe it's kind of insulting to the other guys. It's like we don't matter. It's a two-man show.
So Sammy has a little bit more beautiful shape than Calderon. He poses beautifully, elegant routine. He connects with the crowd. You know, he looks at them, he smiles, but his legs aren't there compared to Calderon. You know, it's if you look at from the knees, especially the calves, they're not as Calderon. He still look really good, but Calderon was good. He's so massive, even though he's short, he grabs your attention.
Yeah, I told Giles, he reminded me, when I saw him in Las Vegas from a distance, I thought it was Ronnie Raquel. And I was like, is Ronnie in this show? Which he wasn't. And as it got closer, I'm like, who is this guy? And it was Angel.
Ronnie Raquel was a little bit better, though. A lot better.
Yeah.
He was fifth in the Open, wasn't he?
At the Olympia?
Yeah.
I think he was sixth one year. I don't think he was never top five, but I do believe sixth is pretty damn great.
I don't see Calderon breaking top six in the Open class anytime.
No. I won't get it twisted. I never heard of this third place guy before. Thomas Tabakyar.
That's a young kid from I can't remember, but he's been placing really well the last 2 years. He's gotten last year he got second place.
Oh wow! I think he's from Hungary. I want to say
got amazing legs,
which I appreciate. And fourth place Guy Cisternino. This should have been a win for Guy. You know, on paper he's won so many shows. He's done so well at the Arnold and Olympia. This should have been an easy show for him to win. How'd Guy look to you?
I wouldn't say that because Calderon got 10th in the Olympia, but he was the guy people said he got overlooked. Remember?
Yeah, he did.
So and Guy has placed fourth or fifth in his last. I can't. Where did Guy place the last two shows? Third, fourth?
He's been fourth. He's been third, fourth, and fifth at a few shows this year. He's always been top five, except for the Olympia.
I wouldn't say he didn't even compete at the last this Olympia, did he?
No.
So how can he be the favorite to win?
Just because he's done so well. On paper, he's a top six Olympia guy. He's won six. He's won like 10 pro shows. Yeah.
Guy looked really good, and those surgeries, you can't see any wrong with his body at all. There's no. You know what I mean? You can't see that he just had a surgery or nothing.
Right.
So, and he posed beautifully. Tan was beautiful. The crowd was really into Guy. So he did a nice showing.
Now, the only reason I'm happy that Guy didn't win is because now he's doing the show that I'm going to in California in a few days, Legion. So I get to see Guy compete one more time this year.
Who's doing the Legion sport? It's Guy and David Henry?
David Henry are the two front runners. Classic is going to be interesting. We got Danny Union. We knew he's the defending champ, and on the list that came out yesterday, we had a new name added to that, Arash Rabar. So there you go. I didn't see that coming.
Just one thing before you go, 212 class.
Yeah, let's talk about
what's the guy in fifth place there?
Ashkat Abar. I can't even pronounce it.
I want to tell you about the fifth and sixth before the fifth place guy. He's from Russia.
Yeah.
He won the amateur class the day before.
Right.
He went into this show, and actually people have him. He's somebody to have. Did you see his legs? You remember his legs?
Yeah, they were really good.
Woof. So imagine turning Ron. Let's say you turn pro tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then you go into the Legion and you get fourth.
Well, you know what happened at the Toronto show earlier this year was I think he was Korean. He won the amateur pro qualifier the day before, and then he won the classic physique at the Toronto Pro the next day. So if you're good, you're good.
Yeah, Joe Seaman from Canada. He did it in Vancouver. Remember, Joe
Right.
Seaman. He
Yeah.
won and then he did also the other guy. I
The
can't
young
remember.
kid, Robin Strand, the year before did the same thing.
It's probably also because when the judges award you with the overall amateurs, they like your physique. They're going to give you a good look in the open show, huh?
Well, you know what? It's an interesting phenomenon that a lot of guys look the best they ever look is when they turn pro. The show they turn pro at. I've seen a ton of guys when they win the USA the Nationals. That's the best they ever look, and then a lot of them never look that good again for whatever reason. They try to get too big or something. So it makes sense to me because it happened in the Classic. We had Wesley Vissers win the Classic. Obviously,
Before
okay,
we go
one
to the
more.
Classic, just the last in the 212, the sixth place guy.
Yeah.
He's from Romania. He's prepped by Dorian Yates.
Oh wow.
He's 23 years old, and he was the biggest guy on stage.
Wow, I didn't even write his name down. Do you remember who he was?
Risto. You can just talk about.
Was it
You remember his
Radoslav?
name?
No, was it Radoslav or was that somebody else? No.
I'm all wings of strength right now, and his name, because this guy, guys out there, this guy is someone to look out for, and his name is Dan Christian.
Okay.
Christia.
Right, I remember that. It was kind of hard to spell.
I don't know. Actually, people can look him up.
Yeah, sixth place guy. Okay. Yeah, let's talk about Classic because Wesley was the heavy favorite going in. I actually just interviewed him today we did a quick Ronline, and he told me that he was going for fullness before because that was the Classic era, and he finally realized that the judges in 2019, they want to see condition no matter what. So he brought the condition. Was that the best you've ever seen him? I've only seen him. I saw him at the Arnold where he took 10th, and I saw him in Chicago last year where he won. But I wasn't impressed with his condition at either one of those shows. He looked great, but condition wasn't there. Was it there at this show?
I saw him turn pro at the Two Bros event show in the UK in 2018. He was much improved now from then. But the other times I've seen him, that's just via computer or so it's I don't even you can't even compare. He looked good. Yeah. What will his legs match? Does he need a little bit more size on legs? What do you think, Ron?
I think he does if he wants to, he wants to win the Olympia. That's his ultimate goal. You're not going to beat Chris Bumstead without big legs because Chris's legs are pretty damn great. All those guys, Breon has great legs. Laureus's legs aren't bad. Forget about George Peterson. He's gone. He's moved on to 212. But yeah, if he wants to win the Olympia and win, this was a small show. Let's not get it twisted. But when he goes up against those guys, he's going to need better legs. He's aware of it. His coach is aware of it. And he has 10 months until the Olympia. So now he said he's never really had a good off season before any of these shows because he's been competing. Like he said, he won the he won the London show. And that was in like May or June or something. It was in late spring. Then he did Chicago show was July. Then he went to the Olympia. That was September. Then he turned around and did the Arnold. He's been doing a lot of shows without a good off season. So he has the time now. I'm interested to see what he can do. He's a kid. He's 26 years old.
Wizards,
yeah. Wizards.
Yeah.
And then
but Ron,
yeah.
The thing about Wizards, as soon as he comes out, you know what I mean? He's got that Arnold Schwarzenegger mixed with Van Damme, mix them together to get Wizards. It's like everybody. He's such a star. He just took over the show. It was a clear winner, Wesley. Fantastic to see.
It's funny. He's 6'2.5", and he told me he was 244, 245, and that's pretty much exactly Arnold in his prime, the exact height and weight. So he's not a small guy.
Would Arnold legs in his prime match up to Bumstead and them?
No. That was 30, 40 years ago. You need bigger legs now. It's just the way it is. So, second place guy was, I believe, he turned pro the day before. Also, the guy from China. Hmm?
Chen Jin Jin. If Jen is
Shi Cheng Jin. Yeah.
That's what I said. Yeah. I was so impressed after prejudging that I went to him. So you can see the interview out of MD later. We have a special posting just for the MD audience.
Oh wow.
And it will be out later today, hopefully. So we have clear visuals of him posting to us, because I was so impressed during the amateurs when he won that I went up and said, "You're gonna be epic in the pro league." He said, "Thank you." And next day, turned second place, and we have a nice guest posting for the MD audience. Will be out later on Muscle Development.
And you killed it over there, AJ. You killed it. What can I say?
Thank you.
So he was second, and then third place was Abdel Karim. Yeah, I don't know who he was. But let's move on. Men's physique, I never heard of this guy before, but he's enormously popular, apparently. He's got a couple million followers on Instagram. You grabbed an interview with him. Andre Lincoln from UK. MPD always has huge lineups. What made this guy stand out?
So, Andre Delu Lincoln, he's from Romania. Oh. He moved to the UK to become a plumber. Oh. He has 2.5 million on Instagram. That is just 500,000 less than Phil Heath. Just to give you a comparison of, he competed before, but this was his pro debut. He's been prepping with Henny Rambod, and if Henny Rambod comes to Romania, you know there's some shit going down. So outside the venue, there was a line of 50 people who came just to see him.
Wow.
In the arena, it was like there were 3 people who got the most applauses in the whole show. That was Cedric McMillan, Andrew Lowe. Who do you think was the third?
It was either Wesley or Natalina Amasonka.
It was Amasonka, man. And Brandon Curry, of course. Brandon Curry got a lot of support.
I hope so. He's Mr. Olympia.
We can talk about Amasonka later. But so this guy, I predicted him to it. I asked him when I saw him, "Can I see your abs?" Because he was so good looking. I was like, "Whoa!" And if you're that good looking, you have good abs, you win men's physique, correct?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. So obviously we got an interview for MD. We have 2 interviews of Andre.
Wow.
And people say, "Why do you interview him?" Well, if you look at his interview, that has more views than Antoine Volant's interview.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
We got to get on this men's physique thing because it's a huge market. It's got a lot of fans, a lot of followers, supporters. I was like, it's taken me a long time to get on board with it. And I got a lot of heat. Some of these guys have really come after me, and I get it. It's fair. It's a fair critique.
But Ron Harris, some of these men's physique. Okay, first of all, I was with the men's physique prep gurus in Romania, and now it's like they're it's like wild west before the show, bro. It's like bodybuilding. They just post. Sorry to say, it's really boring posting. You don't see any. They're not allowed to flex or nothing.
There's no there is no posing. They stand there and they turn around.
So that is what is kind of boring after a while to look at, because you don't see the real battle. Because when they battle, they just battle how to look prettiest, and that's not as easy, is it?
Yeah, I mean, they don't hit a rear double bicep. They don't hit a lat spread. But you notice a lot of them a lot of them sneak in a pose here and there.
Of course, because these guys do look. Ron, you've seen how good they look in the upper body, huh?
I'd love to have an upper body like these guys. You kidding me? They got monster shoulders, big arms, back, and the waist is always like this.
So they're bodybuilders. They're just that the posing is not what we used to, and it's going to take a while, but there's no point of being on the men's physique hater train because they're haters. So it's better to get on it because it's never going to leave.
Right. So bikini and men's physique, they're not going anywhere. So we'll talk about that. He did a
great job, and he beat a guy from the UK called, what did the other guy in second place in men's physique called? He was also good. A light-skinned black man.
I only wrote down the winner. That's all I cared about. Let's talk about women's bodybuilding. So
You want
everybody.
to go to just quick just one word about bikini because we have the bikini winner interview. Remember?
Oh yeah, I was going to get to her. Yeah. So that was Noora Mohanen from Finland. Yeah. What do you
So
know?
I know, I study Instagram all day long to find new talents, and I found Mahonen a month ago, and I thought she will be the new star. So we approached her to make some clip videos for ND for when she went to the Philippines. It's on Global Muscle. She documented her trip because and she won that show.
Wow.
And then I said, Noora, you have to do Romania. It's gonna be a clean sweep. She did the show. She dominated, and we got 3 interviews with Noora on MD, by the way.
Holy crap.
So she was beautiful.
Yeah.
Perfect win. And she's going to Arnold Classic in year 2020 to win it.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, you're actually pretty good at calling these figure and bikini winners ahead of time. I got to give you credit. You have called the winners more often than not in these shows.
Yeah.
Figure, I guess let's mention figure real quick, was Canadian Mariam Bamdad won that.
Quick, she is, I saw her in the weigh-ins and she looked amazing. So obviously I had to talk to her. And she told me she just started training 5 years ago to get in better shape. And Vula, she became epic. This is her second show.
Yeah.
And she won it. And she's originally from Iran. So now she's going to do, so it was a great package in figure. Yeah. Mariam something.
Yeah, Mariam Bamdad. So women's bodybuilding. Mona Giosa from Italy won, but everybody was talking about the biggest talk of the show. And the interview that you did so far that's gotten by far the most views is with this woman.
Of course.
Natalia Kuznetsova, but everybody calls her Natalia Amazonka. She's what are you, 6'5" in feet and inches?
But one thing, do you have before we talk about her, the winner Giovanna? Do you have it written down or no?
Yeah, the winner was Monia Giosia. I don't know how you pronounce it.
What's the name in third?
Claudia Partenza, also from Italy.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. So I don't say she shouldn't. It's just she was smaller, the winner.
Yeah.
She got very nice, but she was in really good condition. Her shape was okay. Her legs were downsized, but the condition was like, wow. Natalia was the biggest woman ever seen. What were your opinion about Amazonka?
Well, I want to ask you because in pictures she's always standing next. They have her take pictures next to people like Bonac and people who aren't the tallest people. So she looks enormous. She didn't look as big next to you, obviously, because were you 6'5", 6'6"?
6'6", yeah.
6'6" and like about 400 pounds, you think?
Yeah.
So what do you think her height and weight is? Could you guess?
5'7".
That's it?
Probably 220.
Okay, some pictures, you can't tell. You'd think maybe she's 6 foot or something, but no, she's about 5'7". Would you say you thought she was? You think she's 220 pounds on stage?
She wasn't really in contest condition shape, so who knows?
Yeah, she looked enormous. I mean, the condition, I thought when I saw the stream, I thought she was way out of shape. And then when I saw the high res pictures, I'm like, she wasn't ripped, but she wasn't that far off either. She probably needed another, let's say 6 to 10 pounds. She would have been right where she needed to be.
You as a top level NPC bodybuilder, how many weeks would you say she was out?
3.
3 weeks, huh?
For 3 weeks, she would have been perfect. Yeah.
So, the girl so I went to the judges after prejudging because I wanted to be biased because I love Amazonka Ron. Yeah. I mean, I'm officially in love with Amazonka.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah. So, I was really, come on, guys, what do you guys think? And it's like, it's a hard call because she's so much bigger than the winner. And she got some beautiful shot. The front lat spread she does when she holds her hips. And her abs are so deep, even though, they're so deep, those abs. She got really a six-pack that's deep. With the wide shoulders and the quads that 80% of Mr. Olympia guys dream to have. You know what I mean? The quads are like Big Ramy, you know? Like, what's going on? She's like female Big Ramy a little bit.
Yeah, her arms and legs are enormous.
Oh, so she's so much bigger, such a freak. But the glutes were soft, huh?
Yeah, glutes and hams were.
So, but the girl in third,
Claudia.
I wouldn't have no problem if they were going to reward condition.
Yeah.
And not care about shape and size like Natalia, then I would have chosen the third place win girl as the winner.
Okay.
But
Manya, the winner she had a good overall package too, though.
Great overall package. But I think the girl in third was just as good. But we didn't see no call outs. There were no comparisons, you know. So, and Amazonka, the problem with her on also. Okay, you know the winner. She was professional. A beautiful routine with Italian music to opera. She was doing all her mandatories correctly. You know, all the poses.
Yeah.
You are aware that Amazonka is she can't really. Okay, she's not a good at posing.
No, I saw her routine. It didn't wow me. No.
And in the mandatories, she hits them. Have you noticed she hits most of the shot different? She always does something to her body that's not. She's not
always like, she'll throw like one shoulder up higher, or she does a little twist, or, you know, I don't think she needs to do that. Typically when people do that, they're hiding a wide waist or something. She doesn't need to do weird stuff like that.
No, but I won't tell her the secret because there's some secrets. I won't tell that. But during a routine, just before she came out, there was a beautiful routine. And then she comes out and people go crazy. But she starts 20 seconds laying on the floor. Do you remember?
Yes. Yeah.
So she used 20 seconds of a 1.5 minute routine grinding the floor.
A lot of women's physique competitors do that too. Yeah. Because they like to have like one leg on the ground, one leg up, and, you know, they like those floor poses for whatever reason.
She's such a beautiful mass monster. We want to see her up and show the muscle. Well, you don't want to see her on the ground.
Well, talk to her. Tell her.
I will for next time. But
I know you will.
Amazing bodybuilding class. A lot of good girls. Female bodybuilding is really on the rise. But I'm sad Natalia didn't win. I was wanting her to win. But the judging, I understand it because the condition of the winner, the overall package, it flowed. It was nice. So congratulations to the Italian girl. Really good job.
mean, this was Natalia. This was her pro debut, correct?
She turned pro last year at the Romania Pro.
Yeah, this was her first pro show.
This is her first show.
Oh, I mean, condition is an easy fix. It's not like she has weak body parts that she needs to take a year off to build. She could show up in the spring show shredded and with better posing and dominate.
Just like Big Ramy, you know, Big Ramy has a lot of drama. Is he, won't he? I don't think she can go to the States, bro.
Oh no.
And there's no more female bodybuilding show in the world other than the States and Romania that I know.
Oh no.
So what are we going to do then, Ron?
She can't get into the U.S. Are you sure?
There's something going on. I don't want to go into detail, but it's not sure that she can go to Russia, to America.
Okay.
So she can't go to America, and there's no more the female bodybuilding shows. I mean, what are we going to do then?
That's too bad because, you know, Tim Gardner is doing Tim and Jake together. They put on Tampa, Chicago, the Rising Phoenix. They have like the Ms. Olympia is coming back. I mean, there's so many opportunities for her. I hope she gets that sorted out. Because it'd be terrible. Terrible if she only can do one pro show a year and it's in Romania.
Well, maybe this is a blessing, Ron, because maybe she'll use some good time to get that proper conditioning and get the poses correct. Because if she gets the conditioning, then it's a party, as Morel says.
Okay, well, you know what she needs to do is hire Hani Rambod because he can get her the conditioning and he can probably get her into the U.S. like he did for Hadi Chupan. Yeah.
Do we see a trend in Russian bodybuilders? The condition is not on point.
I don't want to condemn. I don't want to say that about. I've seen a lot of them that come in.
Do you remember Alex Lesukov?
Yes.
He didn't get that proper condition.
He was 21 years old for about 5 or 6 years. I remember that.
And that Fedorov,
Better off, yeah.
He
Yeah.
didn't get that super condition.
No. Maybe they're eating something that they shouldn't be eating. I don't know. I mean, when they
No,
I've
no.
seen them at amateur international competitions, and they come in fantastic condition for those.
Okay, I take it back. I'm sorry. Edit
In
it
the
out.
but in no, but in the pro shows, you're right. They typically aren't the leanest people. I don't know why, but like I said, when I've seen them at European championships, world championships, they even like Arnold amateurs, they bring the condition. Maybe once
Yep.
they turn pro, they're trying to play the size game or something.
Yeah.
That's what happens to most people. Okay, the last thing we'll talk about is women's physique. It came down to the two people we figured it was going to come down to: Valentina Mishina from Russia and Czech Republic's Margita Zamolova. Did you think it was clear cut for Valentina
Well,
to win that?
obviously, since I'm real into female physique and female bodybuilding, I knew it was going to be against them. We had the interview of her for MD. You've seen it, and we also have a Margarita. She gives us a pulsing session after prejudging.
Huh.
That will be out on MD, guys. Check that out.
Yeah.
Those two are beautiful physiques, Ram. That's
Hmm.
something amazing, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Valentina was. Um, they were really good, both of them.
I mean, how would you
But I had
how
Valentina
did they
winning.
pick? What did Valentina have that Margita did, and how did she beat her? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
She's a little bit. I think she's a little bit taller.
Hmm.
So she has a more athletic. You know, Margarita. What's her name again? Margita.
Yeah.
Her waist, when relaxed, is not like Valentina.
Hmm.
Valentina is like, you know,
Yeah.
but she's just. It was close, but Valentina. I would have given it to Valentina too.
Okay. Cool. Well, I want to make sure everyone goes. If you're watching this, guys, on Muscular Development YouTube channel, look at all the videos. There's like 30 videos now from AJ from Romania. He just destroyed the coverage. It was incredible. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, I've covered
Thank
a
you,
lot of
thank you.
shows on my own. I've never gotten that many interviews
I
ever.
think Ron, it's because a lot of people in this world would love to have a free press pass to the most amazing athletes that's ever lived. You know, like, with basketball and football, they don't have to diet year round like this. It's people underestimate. Like, there's a lot of people that can push, like myself, super heavy numbers in the gym, but you have to have the discipline to year in year out stay on your diet, and this is something truly amazing. So when I get the press pass to represent the only bodybuilding media outlet that's respectable right now in the world. There's only MD that you can trust, because that's not clickbait. That love, you know what I mean? That's not doing they just become famous ourselves. Or, well, actually, I gotta give a shout out to Maximum Report. I like them.
Okay.
Maximum Muscle Report? I like
Mandus
them.
Buckle. What's up, Mandus?
Huh?
Yeah.
So we can't say they're very good, but it's just, so I have this honor of representing the best bodybuilding, like something I've read. I've read MD magazine since I saw it against Flex magazine. I've always reading Flex magazine, but all of a sudden in Norway we saw MD, and it wasn't even. Remember back in the day we had a lot more information about supplementation and other things that Flex didn't have. We were way more freakier, and as the guy who likes the freaky things of bodybuilding, it's the number one, So when I have that, when you go into arena and you see all these physiques and people, and like people you read about, and to see new talent you haven't seen before, you don't sleep. I don't sleep. I get so motivated, and I want to give the best content and as much content, and also try to future amateurs, people who might work as hard as a pro, but it just takes longer time, or they also deserve credit. Like, so when we say, there's so-and-so in 5th place and so-and-so, we should have known the names, because they're, so it was just, it's an energy, it's a rush that just transitions into the work,
Yeah. I mean, you have, I think people saw it like that show Global Muscle Radio, with everyone should really check out. There's 40 episodes. You guys are about to start season 2 soon. You know, that show it's so good because you and Giles have very different styles, but you have such a chemistry and rapport. You know, you have this really youthful enthusiasm. You know, Giles isn't an old guy; he's not that old, but I'm saying you have this crazy enthusiasm for and zeal for the sport that, you know, it's infectious. People get excited listening to you, and you know, when you're interviewing, when you're talking to these people like Ronnie Coleman or Phil Heath or whoever, Brandon Curry, you can see that you love the sport. You have a real passion for it. It's not just something you're doing to make money or to get clicks or views. You know, you love this shit. You live it. You breathe it, and you're excited to be part of it. And that's what makes it fun to watch.
I get some side. What's it called? Trait? What's it called? Trait? I don't do it for money, but I wish I can get some female bodybuilding girls because of it.
Well, why couldn't you? Look at you. I mean, come on.
Anyway, I'm just saying, Giles has taught me a lot, especially about UK bodybuilding, of course, and a lot during this year. Because I've been watching MD since day one. You know, you've been here since day one almost.
Yeah, been here a long time.
I've learned a lot from you, studied a lot from you. I know a lot from Giles, Peter McGuff. The way, you know, I've been reading these articles since I was 14, and you remember on the forums. You remember back in the day, I was killing the forums, huh? I was killing forums.
That's when we thought.
You thought I was a ginger kid, huh?
We thought you were a 14-year-old ginger kid living in his mom's basement, pretending to be this, you know, Jamaican Norwegian.
Don't say that. We've written that passed away. All of a sudden, people check it and it goes to hell. But anyway, I'm just saying. So it's a combination. The goal, Ron, is to try to make muscle development that we are number one, but we want. That's why I talk a little bit about bikini, because it's such a big class that we need to know the people. Men's physique, we need to know the people. And you know, female physique, figure, fitness, and female bodybuilding is something I didn't know so much about 3 years ago. But through the work, you know, Betty on the forums.
Yeah.
Betty Oma, for people out there on Instagram, is Betty Oma Bodybuilding. His what can I say, passion, where everybody's just talking about Lionel Beke, can he get in shape, or does can Roden beat Phil Heath, and all those type of things. Yeah. He was posting about this Russian girl that's 19 living in Ukraine, and posting about and give them such much respect, any class, you know what I mean? So for girls, and that was very infectious. And last year when I was in Romania, I saw something I'd never seen before, Ron. I saw Monique Jones in condition.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, she's a specimen. Fit Monique on Instagram, everybody.
She's just a woman.
Yeah.
So
she's something else.
It's really, that's why female bodybuilding she awakened it in me. And now we have all the classes for MD, don't we?
Well, I plan to be a very big supporter and fan of Wellness Division in the coming year, for sure. Looking forward to that. It's all about the booties and legs.
Ron, we got to say, wellness is much better than bikini. I got to say it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, I've never even seen wellness in real life, but already I'm looking forward to, whereas bikini, much respect to the bikini girls. They work hard. They're beautiful women, but I like to see a little bit more thickness. You know,
who's your top 4 bikini girls right now in the world? Let me see if you know your bikini. Let me hear your top 4 bikini girls. You can't say all are beautiful. You gotta have 4.
Oh, jeez. I don't know if I'm gonna have 4. So Laura Lee Chapados. Janet Leog.
You got Janet Leo.
Who's the one? Elisa Pacini that just won the Olympia. And I guess I'll go with Angelica Teixeira. I can't really think of anyone else right now.
I'll go with Nura, Jennifer Dory,
yeah.
Ashley Coltwasser.
Ashley, yeah. I should have said Ashley.
And, I'm not that into bikinis. I only got 3.
I would have had Ashley. For some reason, it just wasn't
Ashley's
in my mind.
Legend, isn't she?
She really is, yeah.
Janet Leho is Maria Pellegrini. We had a global muscle is beautiful. They're beautiful girls, you know. They're beautiful. All
Absolutely.
beautiful.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to wrap this up. It's been 45 minutes
One
talking
thing,
about
Ron,
Romania. Yes.
We have to say one thing, just one thing.
Okay.
Jake Wood and Tim Gardner in Romania.
Mm.
We're going to thank them for giving us the press passes.
That's right.
Their venue, as I told them later, it was in a huge discotheque.
Really?
Discotheque. Yeah, it was the most beautiful arena I've ever seen. Last year, there were they increased the numbers in the audience by 12 times as much.
Wow.
Ron, 12 times as much in a year.
That's crazy.
Last year, their seminar consisted of William Bonac alone.
That was it.
This year, they had Linda Murray, Brandon Curry, Sean Ray, Sergio Constance, who's a big fitness. Do you know Sergio Constance?
Yeah, I did an article on him one time.
He was there. They had Iris Yaxi. So there were like 6-7 stars compared to one. They had no guest posting last year. This year, they have the current 2019 Arnold Classic and 2019 Miss Olympia winner, Brandon Curry, in there. The show was streamed. They had Sean Ray on the mic. Ron.
That's a professional all-out.
Bro,
they did it right. Promotion.
And we are invited next year, and they specifically said they want to see Ron Harris down there, and they might also want to see Ron Harris do a pro qualifier down there.
Nobody said that, AJ, but thank you. AJ said that. I appreciate your support, AJ. Cool. Well, thank you for everything you did over there, AJ. You did an amazing one-man show job. You and JBL Filmworks.
It's not a one-man job. It's a two-man job because he filmed. I had to slap him around a little bit, but he did it. JBL Filmworks, guys at home on Instagram. JBL Filmworks. He is such a supporter for female bodybuilding. So I told him, bro, you can come with me, but you also have to film the men. Yeah. And he almost didn't want to film the men, but he did it.
Well, who's going to say no to AJ?
And I want to let people know, San Marino, I'm going, Ron.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to have a vacation there anyway.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to get the same coverage, but I don't think they have open, though. And I don't think they have female bodybuilding. So it's going to be a smaller show.
I think it's 212 Classic and Bikini, I want to say.
So it's not going to be as much, but we're going to get some good content there, too. That's the 13th of December.
Wow. Great job, man. Okay. All right. Well, AJ, thank you so much. It's been cool getting your take on the Romania Musclefest, promoted by Tim Gardner and Jake Wood over in Bucharest, Romania. Great job from Wings of Strength and Tim Gardner.
Very good job. Very good job.
Great job, AJ. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching the Ronline Report. This has been our breakdown of the Romania Musclefest by the man who was right there on the scene, AJ. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
And we out.